5. That is the number. 1 syllable. A child's age. The simplest fact in a mother's life. And yet, for millions of us in the diaspora, it is the number we cannot say. Not because we have forgotten it, because we were never given it in Igbo. Today, you get it. Ndewo. No. I am Yvonne Mbanefo. This is Igbo Daily Drops, and today I want to speak directly to you. Not to everyone listening, to you. The one who has never said your age or your child's age in Igbo. And the one who tried and mangled it and felt your face get hot. That effort counts. Your mouth has done the work. It will flow with practice. Kanyi bido? Let us start. You're not alone in this. Today's proverb. Ogologo abụghị na nwa m etola. Tallness or height doesn't mean that my child is grown up. Tallness is not maturity. You can count the years. You can say the number. But the number alone is not the thing. In Igbo thought, true growth, uto, shows in wisdom, in action, in what you carry for others. Today we start with a number. But the number is only the door. By the end of today, you will be able to say your age in Igbo. Give a specific example, one real number, spoken clearly. And ask someone else their age. Politely, of course, directly, without the nervous laugh. Amaka, 31 years old. Primary school teaching assistant, born in Bristol, is sitting at her kitchen table at 7:30 in the evening. A school enrollment form is open on her phone. 37 questions. The kind of form that wants to know everything about your child, except whether you slept last night. Her son Kelechi is on the floor behind her, spinning in slow circles, singing one line of an Afrobeat song on repeat, like it is his full-time employment. She needs a date confirmed, something about a family record, so she taps a voice note to her auntie in Enugu. Auntie replies in 9 seconds. Straight Igbo, no preamble. And then, casually, the way you might reach for salt, she adds, Afọ ole ka Kelechi dị ugbu a? How old is Kelechi now? Amaka's thumb hovers over the microphone. She knows the answer. 5. She has the receipts. 5 years of temperatures taken at 3 a.m. 5 years of shoe sizes outgrown before the box is recycled. 5 nativity costumes sewn the night before. But the number will not come. Not in Igbo. Because no one ever gave her the sentence for this. The ordinary Tuesday evening kitchen table sentence that a mother should be able to say without thinking. And that silence, the one between knowing and saying, is where so many of us live. That silence has a history. In their 1983 study, Age Grades in Amuzi, scholars Theodore Ekechukwu and Ugwu documented how Igbo communities organize their life around age, not as a private detail, but as a public coordinate. Groups of people born within 3 years of each other move through responsibilities together, clearing roads, settling disputes, funding festivals, carrying the village forward. Your age told the community where you stood, who your mates were, what you could be trusted with. So when auntie asks, how old is Kelechi now? She is not filling in a form. She is doing what Igbo elders have always done, mentally placing you among your age mates, working out who you walk with. That instinct did not disappear with the village. It followed us into the diaspora. We're going to learn 3 sentences, only 3, and after today, they belong to you. Number 1. Adem afọ, then you add the age. For me personally, adem afọ 52. Adem afọ 52. I am 52 years old. Your turn. Adem afọ. Then you say your age. If you don't know your age in Igbo, just say it in English. Adem 20 years. Adem 28 years. If you know it in Igbo, say it. Again. Adem afọ. Number 2. Ọ dị afọ 5. Ọ dị afọ 5. He is 5 years old. Your turn. Ọ dị afọ 5. Ọ dị afọ 5. You use this when you're saying someone's age, a child, a sibling, a cousin. This is the sentence Amaka needs for that voice note. Ọ dị afọ 5. He is 5 years old. And finally, the one that completes the exchange. Afọ ole ka ị dị? How old are you? Afọ ole ka ị dị? How old are you? You use this with children, with cousins, with friends. And yes, that auntie who asks questions like she's compiling a national census. Here's food for thought. A language does not die in a catastrophe. It dies in the ordinary. In the kitchen where the number is known but not spoken. In the playground where the question is asked in English because Igbo feels too fragile for a Tuesday. And a language does not return in a classroom. It returns in the ordinary too. In a voice note. In a school form. In a mother saying ise, 5, as if it were the most natural word in the world. Because it is. Ka asụsụ Igbo dị ndụ n'ọnụ gị. May the Igbo language live in your mouth. Say, ọ dị afọ, and then your child's number out loud before the day is done. If you do not have a child, say your own, adem afọ, and the number. And mean it when you say it. Download your free practice workbook at learnibonow.com. Every sentence you learn is a drop, and every drop feeds Oke Osimiri Mmụta Igbo, the ocean of Igbo knowledge. Abụ m nwanne gị nwanyị Yvonne Mbanefo. I am your sister Yvonne Mbanefo. Keep learning, keep speaking. The next generation is watching you.